The April 22, 2026 regular meeting of the Big Bear Area Regional Wastewater Agency is called to order at 5 p.m. And I would ask everybody to please stand. I will lead us in the pledge of allegiance. Please join me in honoring our flag. I pledge allegiance to the flag
of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Okay, could I please get a motion and a second to approve the agenda?
I'll make a motion.
I'll second.
Was that Director Sauer?
Yes.
Director Herrick,
Aye.
Director Russo,
Aye.
Chair Segovia,
Aye.
Director Sauer,
Aye.
and Vice Chair Walsh.
Aye.
Okay, moving on to public forum. Public testimony is permitted at this time on the following sections of the agenda: presentation and introduction, information, committee reports, consent calendar, and any other matters within the agency's subject matter jurisdiction that are not included on the posted agenda. Do we have any parts? Okay. Moving on to presentation and introduction. Well, David will take it away with Nikki Crumpler.
Yes. So, thank you for being here tonight, Nikki. Nikki Crumpler has reached an impressive milestone. 25 years of exemplary service to the agency. Congratulations. Over the course of her career, she's a standout as one of our finest lab analysts. So, probably pretty much the only one for a long time. I've ever actually had the privilege of working with, so I really appreciate working with you, just so you know that. Nikki is a certified grade 3 wastewater operator with additional certifications in lab analysis, environmental compliance, and water treatment. Her technical expertise is exceptional, and her knowledge of the lab analysis is truly unmatched. Beyond her qualification, Nikki brings a consistent positive attitude to the workplace. She approaches her work with dedication, precision, and a commitment to producing accurate, reliable results. She is always willing to go the extra mile and her work ethic sets a strong example for others. Nikki also plays a critical role in the training operations staff on laboratory testing procedures, ensuring consistency and quality across the team. She maintains the agency's lab in full compliance with ELAP certification requirements and a demanding and detail-oriented responsibility that she manages the professionalism and care. Notably, Nikki now holds the distinction of being the longest tenured employee in the agency history. Wow, look at that. She is a pleasure to work with, and her contributions are deeply valued by the entire staff. With that, thank you. Come on up. Pleasure. Oh, no, you're not.
Do we have any board comments? No? Well, I would like to say congratulations. You don't look old enough to have worked here for 25 years. But that's quite a milestone, so congratulations. Okay, moving on to Certificate of Achievement for Excellence in Financial Reporting, Government Finance Officers Association. Christine.
Yes, thank you. We are proud to announce that the agency again has been awarded the Certificate of Achievement for Excellence in Financial Reporting by the Government Finance Officers Association, or GFOA, for the annual comprehensive financial report for the fiscal year ended June 30th, 2025. This is the 14th consecutive year the agency has received this award, which is the highest form of recognition in the area of governmental accounting and financial reporting.
Any comments from the board? Well, congratulations. I'll give you a whoop.
Yeah.
Okay, moving on to information committee reports, general manager's report. David.
Yeah, the only thing I wanted to report out is, we had a week delay on the, cactus flat repair. So they'll be starting Monday morning. We have done our side of things, which is really, the BMPs, which is the best management practices for, controlling stormwater runoff. And so we set that all up the last 2 weeks, got that all settled. And you know, John and Troy handled it all, it's all ready to go. The contractor moves on site on Monday, and he said it should take about a week or, about a week, to complete the project. So looking forward to having that complete. I know Southwest Gas is looking forward to having that complete. It's been a long time for both of those lines to be exposed, and we're really excited about having it finished. So. I don't know if there's any questions with regard to the balance of the report, but I'm open.
Any questions? Well, that'll be an achievement too, to get that covered back up.
Yeah,
Okay,
I'll have to call Steve, shouldn't I? Let him know it's done fine.
all right, moving on to replenish Big Bear report.
And the only thing I wanted to highlight about the Replenish Big Bear report is that we have a Replenish Big Bear workshop scheduled for April 27th at 9 a.m. So anybody that's interested in that project and an update on that project, please come to me. And I'm open for any questions with regard to this report.
No questions?
No.
Okay. Moving on to consent calendar. All matters listed on the consent calendar will be enacted by one motion at the appropriate time. There will be no separate discussion of these items. If a detailed discussion is necessary, any governing board member may request that an item be removed from the consent calendar and be considered separately. Does any board member wish to remove an item from the consent calendar? All right. Could I please have a motion to remove the consent calendar and a second?
I'll make a motion.
I'll second. Roll call, please.
Vice Chair Walsh,
Aye.
Director Herrick,
Aye.
Director Sauer,
Aye.
Director Russo,
Aye.
and Chair Segovia.
Aye. Okay, moving on, we have no old business. So moving down to new business, discussion and action items. Item A, pay schedule. Sonia.
Good evening. The agency incorporated a 3.3% COLA into the fiscal year 2027 budget. There is one change to a pay schedule other than the COLA, and that is the plant operator and training. The compensation study showed that that position was still below labor market median for total cash of 13.81%. So what we do is adjust that pay schedule up to 5% below the market, and then the COLA is applied. So the COLA, when approved, will be effective July 11th, which is the first full pay period in the fiscal year.
Thank you.
Open for any questions.
Do you have any questions from the board? No? Any public comment on this item? No, okay. Can I have a motion and a second? to move the item?
I'll make a motion.
All second. Roll call, please.
Chair Segovia,
Aye.
Vice Chair Walsh,
Aye.
Director Sauer,
Aye.
Director Russo,
Aye.
and Director Herrick.
Aye.
Okay, moving on to item B. Resolution number R 8 twenty twenty-six. A resolution of the Big Bear Area Regional Wastewater Agency approving the RAS header replacement project and finding the project exempt from the California Environmental Quality Act pursuant to state CEQA guidelines, section 15301, existing facilities. David.
Yes, the board recalls, some time back, actually in 2023, the board authorized us to purchase some piping, for replace the headers and check valves in the, main pump building. So we purchased that material, and, we have laid it all out, got it all set, ready to fly. And then recently we bid out the installation of that project. That was actually on March 11th, we bid it out. We received 6 bids for the project. The lowest responsive bidder was Porter Inc. We would recommend awarding a contract to Porter's Inc. for $209,500. We also recommend the board adopt a resolution number R 8-2026 and authorize the general manager to negotiate and execute a contract with Porter's. We did receive a bid protest, and we have issued a response denying the protest, and a copy is actually on file with and is available at our agency's office.
Okay, any questions from the board?
We do have one, not specifically to this so much as, since the Grizzly doesn't even maintain an office there anymore, are they still considered the only newspaper of record?
Yes.
Thank you.
Any other questions? No, any public comment? Okay. Could I please have a motion and a second to move this item?
I'll make a motion. I'll second it.
Okay, roll call, please.
Director Russo,
Aye.
Director Herrick,
Aye.
Chair Segovia,
Aye.
Vice Chair Walsh,
Aye.
and Director Sauer.
Aye.
All right. Moving on to comments and announcements, general manager comments.
I have none.
Any member of the governing board, any comments? No? Okay. We will be moving into closed session. The governing board will convene to closed session for a public employee performance evaluation pursuant to government code section 54957B1, title of general manager at 5:13. After closed session, we will reconvene the meeting. Ben? Okay. Okay, I'd like to reconvene the Big Bear Area Regional, I'm gonna say it wrong. Wastewater Agency meeting at 6:19. There is no reportable action. And we will adjourn the meeting at 6:19.